Hello guys, welcome to yet another session of Rakesh Vlogs. We can just start with our daily quote. कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा खुद खुश हो जाए खुदा आशाएं मिले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी So in the last 2 3 sessions, what we were telling, like how what was the art of selling, how the process is done. So we were coming with a lot of examples. We were learning how to what is the strategy that one need to adopt and everything. So in that, one thing that one thing that Mr. Danlok said in common, I'm just reiterating, that is what I'm going to discuss today, which is like uh, s- 2 3 main points. This is you can relate with the in 3 sessions which I have told. So the first point is that the worst client in the world is our cheap clients. I repeat, the worst client that one can have to us for a business partner, for an entrepreneur, is a cheap client. So, what do you mean? Why this so-called cheap client? Or so for that, Mr. Danlok is telling, like, it all has to do with one's reflection. So, in case if you are genuine, in case if you are genuine with your intentions are genuine, the client also will be genuine. In case if you are double-minded, you are playing games. Similarly, you can expect the same behavior from the client also. So, what you give is what you receive. So that is what that was Mr. Danlok is telling. Like always focus on the value. Your values should be really strong and should have a strong intention. Then only it will reach to the next person, and then only the because through that only this word of mouth or good reference you will get. All through this is through your good intention. So you need to have a proper mindset, or you need to have a clear vision. You need to build a strong rapport, a strong loyal rapport with the client, so that because when you are going down, when you have a bad phase, it is only your loyal customers who can support you. So that is the reason why Mr. Danlok is telling, like, the reason why the clients are the reason why you are the client is playing double-minded game, or the client is not genuine, is because you are not genuine. So you need to work on yourself. And also, Mr. Danlok says that how your business has a lot to do with how you are dealing with your home, because it is all about the reflection. How if you are in your home a very good person who keeps in good relationship, you will show the same attitude to the customers also. When you are genuine with them, when you are having a good when you are giving your level best, when you are showing your support, your love to your family members, this is what you come. This is the same thing that is what you show in the business also. Okay. Similarly, in case if you are organized, when you are really taking care of your things and everything, similarly, that is the reflection. Same thing only we will show that in our business also. So all these things starts with first from within ourselves, then within our home. First work at your home, how you are as a person. So try to build everything so that, because at the end of the day all it matters what you are, what your hobbies are, or how you are inside as a person, how you are with your family members, all plays a crucial role when it comes to going to the business. Because at the end of the day, the business is success, the customers are success, all is a reflection of how you have dealt with your family members at home, how you are with yourself, how good you are with yourself. So that is why Mr. Danlok is telling, like, always start with your first within you, and then with your family, with your home, then comes the business. And the third thing that I would like to add is that the people, that is, once you buy this product and service, once you make this product and service, but there are cases where there are cases when people genuinely can't afford to buy your product or service. That is because they might be genuinely lagging money, they might not. But there are cases where people can afford what they want, but still they are not sure whether to buy your product or service. For example, I am a copywriter and I do this trademark and everything. But when this person is telling like, okay, I saw this, and he is not sure, so which means that he wants your product, but at the end of the day, he is not sure that should he go for it. And that is the area where you need to work on yourself, because if the customer is unsure about your product or service, it is because you are lagging, it is because you are not performing, something is missing in you. So you need to identify where you are lagging, and you need to work on yourself. Maybe might be you don't have that conviction skill when it comes to the technical thing, or maybe your body language, or maybe you have not explained them the product or the service very well. You could have you should you didn't pitch in the right manner, so there might be a problem with you. So you need to work on yourself. At the end of the day, how what value does it add to the customer is the main thing. It that is what resonates in your business. So you need to understand the psychology of the client, the customer, and then you need to work towards it. Because at the end of the day, if the customer has the money and still he is just confused about whether to go with your product or service, it is because, as I told you earlier, something, there is problem in you. So one need to work on ourselves. And the other reason is, the other thing, a reason one can notice is that it's not the ability to pay. It's not one ability to pay. It's about the desire to pay. That is, it's not one's ability to pay. The second point that is Danlok is telling, like, it is not one's ability to pay. It's about the desire to pay. So, which means that as per Danlok, he believes that there is always possibility. For example, if I want to do a course, there is always money around us, and it is all about finding the money and investing in what you believe in. And because as there is no dearth of money, there is no lack of money or anything. You can find money to do what you want. You can find money. So it is all about the desire, how badly you want it. So how that urge in the customer, how badly they want it, that fire in them, have you been able to ignite that? If you have been ignite if you were successful in igniting that fire, that that thing in the customer, then they will genuinely come for it. There have been instances where Mr. Tanok is telling, like, the he when he goes with this uh, program, when he goes with this 5 days workshop, 6 days workshop, there are people coming down and approaching him and telling like, please, can I want your product, I want your service. But Danlok is telling like, uh, they are bugging him, telling like, we can't afford it, but can you? But after 2 3 days, you can see them in the Facebook spending a lavish vacation, and at a 5-star hotel or somewhere. So this has happened to him. So the real problem one can notice is that they don't really want it, or they don't have the desire. If they have the desire, they will ultimately approach you. And I believe that as it is a responsibility of the salesperson or the entrepreneur to bring that urge in him, that passion in him, so that he feels that automatically and he comes and takes your product or service. So it is your responsibility in doing that. So this was the main things that I wanted to speak, because this he has spoken generally. That's why I just it doesn't come in any other points or anything which we were working for the last 3 days. So I will just reiterate what Mr. Danlov, what we had discussed today. The first thing that we discussed was worst client. The worst client is the worst client in the world is cheap clients. So that is where we need to work on ourselves. That we just discussed that why this person is showing uh, why he is not buying your product, or why he is acting smart, why he is playing double game. We just discussed that. So we need to work on ourselves. And the second is that business is a reflection of how you are at your family. So if you are really good at your family, then it shows that. So one need to it always begins from our home. It always begins from our home. You need to work on yourself, and then later how you deal with them in your family, how you speak, how you interact, how you organize, all does this matter. And the fourth point is that, and the third point is that we discuss that people have the money, in spite of that they don't buy it. So why they don't buy it? That is because uh, why they don't buy it, because they actually don't want it. Maybe don't have, you didn't have create that urge in them, that desire in them. Maybe that is one of the reason. And the second reason is maybe because you are not selling the value, but you are not selling, you are not reaching, you are not pitching the value in the correct sense to them. Because in case if you have pitched what is the actual benefits, when what value can it add to the product or the service, once the client is so sure, and he once you clarify all his queries, then automatically he will come to you. So it is our responsibility to be sharp with our product and service, and you need to pitch according with the customer's mindset and his psychology. So on that note, I just gave you a brief idea. We were discussing about the selling techniques. Like last day, we were discussing about selling based on the value, not per the hour. And then we discussed about if they don't, if you don't sell them, we discussed yesterday, right? We discussed on the other topic, which was if you don't buy them, you don't sell them, right? You can't help them if you don't sell them. Yes, you can't help them if you don't sell them. So these were the two techniques that Danlok were telling. First, working on how you add value, and then how you, yeah, how the importance of selling them with a right sense of confidence and uh, with certainty. Because in the uncertain world, as we discussed yesterday, it is very important to sell with certainty. You should be confident about the product, how it can add value to the customer. And today we discuss something three main 3 points generally. So tomorrow we'll be discussing again about this selling techniques, which we can be really helpful in the long run. So on that note, this is Rakesh signing off. I hope this session had been helpful for you. Take care, good night, and thank you very much. God bless.